JDW. What's the best formation to play in Sunday League if your fullbacks are poor, centre midfields are awful, and your strikers are lazy?
Just get a good social life going, really. Because you're not going to win many games.
It's all about after the game and before the game.
I would say enjoy it before and after the games. And check
just close your eyes.
Check the opponent's hands, and don't be disappointed at all the celebrations that the visitors do every game.
Dear Neil, hope you're well. Here's a poser for you. How can I woo a girl at work I've always liked? My feelings for her are still strong. Hybrid working has reduced our time together. What should I do? Thanks, Neil. Any help appreciated from John.
I haven't got a clue, John, if the words be words. I've that been busy managing football teams all my life, I've never got round to thinking about things like that.
You've been married for a long time, haven't you?
I would just say, go with what you think's right, really. And ladies, they like to be respected and looked after. And I think good manners, mate. I don't think that's gone out of the window yet. I was brought up to open doors for people and things like that, well mannered. I believe with relationships. I believe in fate. I do think something happens in your life, and
wasn't that special one?
I do.
Out there for you?
I do. Yeah, I do. So I think it's good luck to him.
Right, dear Neil, I play in goal in Sunday League. Our captain/manager is an okay player, maybe a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, I'd be more than happy with that on a weekly basis. Yeah. But he always plays himself and never takes himself off, even when clearly tired or injured. Is it worth bringing this up with him? I don't want to get dropped.
Before he goes to see him and bring it up, if he gets himself another club sorted out, I think that it'll be okay.
Auxiliary plan.
Yeah, I think if it's Sunday League, you don't tell the manager and him and somebody else that it's time to. Are you tired out, boss? You might just mention it, but not if you don't want to lose your place. Sunday League, it's a good level Sunday. I used to love it. I used to manage a team called Toddick or Todwick. They spell it like that, but Toddick. And I used to, collect 50p subs off the lads for the electric kit, for the electricity, and taking the kit. I used to take the kit down to the laundrette on a Sunday after the.
All that?
I did all that. Yeah, took the kit down to the laundrette, get it washed for the next game. And then on a Sunday morning, you'd get your best player a phone call saying, Neil, so-and-so can't come, he's not very well. I knew he'd been out the night before. I used to drive round to his house and knock on the door, bang on the door till he opened the door. I'm not so well. I said, well, if you don't bloody come down these stairs, get on here now.
I suppose it's a sliding scale. I mean, I bet things like that have happened in the professional game without naming names. They're just better paid players, aren't they, as you get further on?
There's been a few of those in my career as a professional as well as the Sunday League.
Dear Neil, my boyfriend and I spent Christmas with my family for the first time this year. I got him a cashmere jumper and a Nintendo Switch. He dropped hints the past month for those presents. I then opened my present from him and in front of all the family unwrapped the board game of the ITV show The Chase. I have never watched The Chase and have never shown any interest in board games whatsoever. Should I push him for a better present? He's embarrassed himself in front of his and my family. P.S. Did you get any good presents this Christmas? That's from Jeff.
Thank you. Now, that's a terrible present, isn't it? I mean, I'm a romantic, me, David. I love buying presents. All December I bought. Whenever I went out, I bought something for Amy or William, Sharon. Then I've got James and Sarah and the grandkids and Natalie, my daughter. So everywhere I go, I think, I'll get that in. And I like surprises. I don't like where you know what you're getting. And so Christmas morning, I do love surprises. And so mine's more in getting presents in than receiving.
Yours is very thoughtful though. There, I mean, the fact that this young lady
that's not
Chase board game.
He's not really trying to woo a romantic, is he? I think he'd have been better taking her to a nice Italian restaurant with a bit of music in the background and telling her how much she cared for her. That's all.
Dear Neil, my housemates keep eating my food when I'm out. I've tried writing my name on the packaging, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on them. What do I do?
There's not a lot you can do, is there? I've had mates of mine who've put their names on stuff in the fridge and all sorts of things, but you've either got to trust your roommates, haven't you? If you can't trust them. Or move, yeah.
Sounds of it,
I don't think you've got much option, really. One or the other.
Trust or move.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's good life advice for most things, isn't it? Dear Neil, Elite 5-a-side manager here. Our tricksy goal scorers jumped ship and joined another team, and they are in the same league as us. How can I get my revenge on him? Sounds a bit sinister, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think build a better team. Build a better team, and when you play against them, beat them and shake his hand. Just smile at him. My missus used to say, well, how can you talk to somebody that stitch you up? Or, I've had a few chairmen, and you don't know when you're going to need him. So smile, and he knows what you're thinking when you smile at him, just as bad as having a go at him. And I think every dog has its day, really.
Dear Neil, this is from a lad called Stephen. How would you go about managing a group of lads that are gifted footballers but constantly whinge and take lumps out of each other?
If they take lumps out of each other, then they must be keen. They must be dedicated. So I'd probably look at what the strengths are and try and build a team around, the main players, etc. It's a bit like when I did when I used to start work at the Sunday League job. My first manager, Jimmy McGuigan at Chesterfield, when he signed me on at 19 years of age, he said to me, Neil, he said, do you know why I'm signing you? He says, because you've got that there. You've got that I can watch 20 players better than you on a Sunday, better than you technically on a Sunday, but they'll make it in the game because they haven't got that. Never forget that. So I thought, that's good, that stood me in good stead.
Dear Neil, I'm 21 and haven't had a proper night's sleep since 2018. Have you got any sleep tips? I think it might be my pillow choice, from Anonymous.
My pillows are so vital. Last night was best pillows I've had for years, so my missus says, take a note of the name and see if I can get you some. I'm not a good sleeper, and when you get to my age, Dave, you're up to the toilet once or twice a night, so I understand where it's coming from. At 21, you need to find your sleep, so you've got
it's young, isn't it?
You've got to find out what's causing that, As you get older, it could be too much alcohol. But when you're younger, there's so many things. I mean, nowadays, you don't think about stress at jobs and that, do you? But the youngsters, with the cost of living that's happening at the minute and all the problems around the country, all age groups are having problems. And, I just think if it's too bad, if it does get too bad, you've got to seek help.
Yeah.
You've got to ask somebody's advice. There are sleeping doctors now, isn't there?
Yeah, sleep experts, aren't there?
Yeah. So, I think don't be frightened of asking for help, because I think at a time where we all need a little bit of love, I think it's, you'd be surprised how many people there is out there to help.
Amen to that. Neil Warnock.